Unleash the power of 3D printing. Hello, and welcome to another day in the life of Radview Aerials. Anyways, today, this is still something 3D printed. Shows you the power of 3D printing. But this is detachable, but it is a wire management box. So, the way this works, let me just show you how I made it first. Take a charger, for example, this thing. Let's undo this little Velcro, and when we take it out, we find that this is very long, and at the space I have here, it only needs to go a little ways. So this goes in here, and then it wraps around. I'll save you guys the trouble of watching me just coil it up and struggle to explain at the same time. The little pegs need to be longer so that more wire can fit, and I don't really have a system for it, so you can see it's kind of loose in there. Probably should have made a zip tie system that I could zip tie in, or like a washer that keeps it on, but it's a good idea, and I wish it worked slightly better. The top goes on, and it has a little post that I can put a body pin in, since I have a lot of those. And yeah, so I'll try to wrap it around one more time.
2,000 years later.
And then if you see, down in there, we have those holes, which we will put wood screws into the wood to keep this all fixed. But I think that is pretty good. So we have to do that one, and then install this with a screw, 2, 3, and we should be good. We'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll up the other 2 chargers so I can assemble the front plate, and yeah, then screw it to the table. What are you doing down in there? This thing went through my shirt, between the buttons. Man, this must be female or something.
Right you are, Harry.
I will say this process was pretty difficult, and I bet I could have made the whole design a lot better. The box is a little bit small, and the posts that I'm winding the wire on, they're a little small as well. I tried to make the design compact, but maybe it's a little too compact. It's a little hard to wrap the wire around, and the wire doesn't stay that well on the post because there's no way to keep it on there. But as you'll see in the end, it all turns out fine. Alright, check this out. So, I managed to coil both wires up. It was kind of difficult because they're thicker. This one's a little bit more flexible, but this one was quite thick.
That's what she said.
And hard to bend. But then, yeah, there they are. And I think it looks pretty darn good. One modification I would make is probably make the whole thing a bit bigger. Make the spools like longer outwards, and a bigger, more abrupt flange for these so it holds the wires better, but I think it's a good first prototype for this. Well, first and only, because this is the one I'm using. Although I could in the future make adjustments. But now, we gotta coil that one's wire onto this, and take some screws from over there, and, screw this thing, one screw there, one screw there, and one screw there. So, and then we gotta screw the whole thing.
Huh? What?
Into the wood. So, let's coil the wire onto this. This is my best charger, by the way. Gensace iMORS Dual. Got this on sale for $90. This was a $150 charger originally. But I got this like a year and a half ago, so it's done some work. Alright, so here is the cable. It has one of those, it's called Velcro thingies again. This is another thicker cable, which is gonna be harder to coil. But this one is freestanding, so should be alright. Maybe I can use both of them since I only have 3. Then, if I need any more, if I need any more studs, I'll just rearrange it. Or I can do it from the get-go. Let's wrap it around the stud, one stud from the get-go, and so it's already molded. If I have to add anything else, molded to the shape. So now I have to assemble it. So I have this rolled up here, and I gotta take that, put it in there, that through there, that through there. Alright. Stay. No. Now it is pretty well organized. And that is in there, that is there, and it doesn't seem to be falling out. The wall plugs over here, and the charger plugs here and there. Now, we got to move this whole contraption over here. And, yep, now we gotta go find some wood screws to put into these holes so it stays attached to the workbench. Let there be light. Here we have a few flavors of wood screws. Let's see. We don't need anything very long, so this should do the trick. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where'd it go? Right here. Alright. For this part, I am gonna jump up on the workbench. Whoa. So I can see better. So now that we're on the workbench, we gotta be careful not to screw any wires. It's pretty good, and that is not moving. Alright. Now we can plug all the wires in. Jump down from the table. Ooh. And now take our chargers and plug them in. Okay, so now it kind of came loose a little bit in there, but it's certainly a lot better than a jumble of cables. If you look, that looks really good. Yeah, and now we can take our cover, because it powers RadView aerials, and one of the posts broke off there, but we have this one, and we take our little bobby pin and poke it through there, and we're good. That is our battery box. Let me know. I should probably sell these maybe, because, I mean, they are really efficient. And, if I make a few adjustments, I mean, who knows how good it can be. Maybe I can send a file to a company and maybe they can use them, but I think it's pretty good. So now, if I want to arrange something in there, I just do that, and sort of it's better that that broke, because now I can swivel that around and take a look inside and adjust some things. And when I'm done adjusting, I just turn that back around and hope it clicks. If not, there we go. Take the bobby pin through there, and that's that. And I might, in the future, make the lid, which is now all orange, make the letters on the lid different colors. Since we have that big original Prusa XL, with 5 nozzles, we can print in different colors. So, we'll try that in another video. But for now, I hope you guys, enjoyed the video, and see you guys. Bye.